Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NoSkill Podcast. And we had so much fun talking about music the last time. After racking our brains for a couple hours, the boys and I decided we're back in it. So bear with us. We dug out some treasure stories to tell you guys. And without further ado, let's jump right back into this because I don't know if you can tell, I am very excited. So let's get back in with my outrageous co-hosts. We'll get rolling with DJ.
What's good?
Heading back up with Frazier.
What's going on?
My charismatic brother.
Go fuck yourself.
Good transition. And to our man Brandon.
What's up?
All right, boys, here we are again. I'm not gonna lie, I don't mean to speak for you. I had a blast last episode where we were just jiving about our music and what got us into it, and excited to see where we go today because I know we discussed a little beforehand. We got some stories. We got some other somewhat genres that we wanted to bring up. Who wants to get this ball rolling?
I think Brandon would be a great start, in my opinion.
Same way we had it last time.
Let's do it. Brandon,
All right.
where you want to take us off? What got you going? What got your gears going? What got your motor going? Tell us. I literally know nothing about you.
Actually, as of recent, I would say a good thing to talk about right now that's really got me going is this new Slaughter to Prevail album that just recently came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That thing has got me going. Oh my god, it's so good.
It really is.
See, I feel so left out of that just because I know who Slaughter to Prevail is, but I haven't listened to too much of their stuff.
Just haven't listened to their new stuff yet.
Shame.
Nah, this is me and Adrian. Damn.
Hey,
I'm here too.
Pretty much.
I mean, Brandon, you have shown me some of the covers that Alex Terrible has done, and I think those.
Alex Terrible covers are different than a Slaughter song, though.
But even then, just the charisma of that man, the way he carries himself, the mask. I would love to have one of those masks just to have it. That thing looks so sick.
I love the
Good luck getting it not
covers
stolen.
because honestly, I find most of them fucking hilarious, especially the ones that are like pop covers.
That
Yeah,
man's
pop
got
covers
some
are great.
range. He's the kid. You give him to him. You hear
I'll
him.
give
he's
it to him, but
He's
I just find it funny, like the way he does it.
Yeah, the way he carries himself, I agree.
Yeah.
It's very good.
No, that 21 Pilots cover was too good in my opinion.
Better than the original.
I didn't say that.
I
Did not say that.
Yo, timestamp me. 30 seconds in, Siegelin with the hot take. Let's go.
I'm with Adrian.
Getting
Hey.
started early.
I
today.
mean, I'm not a big 21 Pilots fan either. I preferred Alex's cover as well.
Alright.
Oh yeah, no, there's some of them that are just insane.
Yo, bonus points since you crushed a Pepe the Frog pinata.
What?
No? Okay. Yeah, he did that in the music video. Anyways, moving
The
on.
music video. DJ.
Hold on. What about DJ?
Haven't seen the music video.
No, I haven't.
No, it's because last time we were showing each other music videos, someone recommended top 10 emo and grunge songs. So,
Yes.
yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
My God.
That was. That's
I
why we
don't
started
really
with
think
Brandon
there's a
because he
question
comes
left
out swinging with Slaughter to Prevail, not the top 10, not 10 emo songs sang in different styles.
Well, let me just say this for context, audience. After we stopped recording, we were suggesting different bands and music that we all want and encourage everybody to at least try. We sat in a call, screen sharing for like the next hour and a half, just watching different types of music, and it was fantastic. And then I killed the vibe with a top 10 emo songs cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that. He did that to us. Can you believe that? The audacity.
The nerve
Of
of
this
this,
man.
man.
I think I used to like this man. I really
I'm at the Hague.
This went against the codex.
That's what I-
does not support such bullshit.
See, this is where I want to get pick your guys' brains, just because speaking on the fact that Brandon did bring up Slaughter to Prevail, I am not the biggest deathcore fan, and I know you guys are, so I'd love to know what are some bands that all of you listen to that are in that realm of deathcore, other than
Bushion.
Oh,
Slaughter.
I wouldn't be able to give you guys.
Yeah.
any help on that one.
That's
I-
gonna be
Shit,
it's gonna
Fraser
be
has a
more
Rings
of
of
the
Saturn shirt that he wears everywhere.
Yeah, this
No,
guy.
I don't. Not everywhere.
You wear it a lot.
No, I wear Winds of Plague shirts a lot.
Old Winds of Plague is pretty deathcore.
Oh yeah, old Winds of Plague is pretty good. New Winds of Plague's a little more PG, but you know they're still good.
Metal
Old
Yeah.
Winds of Plague, Old Winds of Plague, and Old Whitechapel is what caught my attention.
Yo, Whitechapel also a good one.
Whitechapel, yeah.
Oh, dude. I got my brother hooked on Whitechapel.
That makes sense.
Which is hilarious because your brother looks like Corpse Grinder.
Your brother does look like.
I almost
Versus
yelled
looks-
at him when I saw him driving the other day, and I'm like, nah, he might hit me.
I said hi, and I really had to fight myself to not say that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, moving on from
Dude, it's
family
that long
stuff.
hair and that powerful.
But yeah, no, DJ. Yeah, Old Winds
Anyway.
of Plague really good. I would
Yeah.
argue Spike gets a little deathcore sometimes. I just love Spike.
I think they do, but they consider themselves hardcore.
Well, they are. I will agree with that, but they get close.
Oh, would you consider like Suicide Silence? Rest in peace, Mitch.
Personally, yeah.
I've heard one Suicide Silence song in my life.
Yeah, with Ian, you'll hear the entire discography of Suicide Silence.
Oh, I'm aware.
Plus
Seriously.
every cover.
I remember the one time he tried to show me them, and he's like, "What do you listen to?" I'm like, "Dream metal," and then we started talking about dream metal for the next 3 hours. So
Dream metal.
Yeah, what is that? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, same. That's a first.
okay, I don't think we want to have the what weird genre Adrian to hour because it will be an hour.
Oh, so it's one of those like genres that if you know, you know, but if you don't, that's no surprise.
I mean, it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, if you recognize the phrase dream metal, I would assume you know what it is because like that's not just something that's thrown out there a lot.
Because when I hear dream metal, that just makes me think of the Minecraft YouTuber Dream SMP. Now he's like the frontman of a deathcore
Oh,
band.
God, please no.
What?
I've never been more happy to say I have no idea what you're talking.
Yeah, seriously.
You don't need to know about
No.
Dream.
I'll trust you.
Yeah.
Let me think of the band that I mainly listen to. I'm terrible with names. I'm just gonna throw that out there right. I'm gonna have to look it up because I listen to quite a few. Even though they're not like dream metal, Chon's a really good one.
Oh,
I mean, I suppose.
Chon?
I suppose depending on the song, they can get a little closer to it, but not really.
I've actually seen Chon live without knowing who they were because I was there to see Between the Buried and Me.
Really?
That's a weird
Hmm.
tour. Hold up, what tour was that?
Yeah.
My buddy just called me one day and he said, "Hey, you want to go to a show?" I said, "Sure." Who is it? He said, "Chon." Who the fuck is that? Well, they're going with Between the Buried and Me. All right, I'm in.
Oh, I just remembered his name. It's Pliny. Plini. I really enjoy Pliny.
Okay.
He's like the artist that got me into dream metal. It's really just it's almost like what you would expect. It's very I would almost describe it as euphoric depending on the artist. It's very just like movement and chords and like melodious beats with like I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's just like I'm weird. I like weird things.
Is it like one
I
of
was-
those types of metals where it's like we gotta listen to this to stimulate your brain?
I mean, I almost said something. I suppose you could look at it that way. I just enjoy that kind of thing. At my core, I'm a metalcore fan, and dream metal
Hello.
really, and I don't mean like power metalcore or like popular metal. DJ, I'm talking about the metalcore where it's 4 chords for the entire song, and it just loops. I'm that kind of metalcore fan sometimes, and dream metal really does that for me sometimes because it is just a lot of like smooth, like melodious, just transitions and like there's movements and that. I think that's also the fact that I was a musician for a long time and I was really into transcribing orchestral stuff. It really speaks to me as well because it's a lot of little things going on, but it just feels so simple, and I really enjoy that. And I'm going to stop myself now because I was almost going to say some terms that I know none of y'all are going to understand.
For like
was it?
clarification for me, is it in the same vein as psychedelic?
It's close. I
It's like
don't,
Tool.
which is funny. I like dream metal. Not a huge fan of psychedelic.
Fair.
which is so weird to me. Like, if there are certain times where I'm like, all right, I can feel it, but most of the time I'm just like, all right, you're just tuned up doom at this point, and I don't like that.
Okay, that was.
All right.
You had some people who might fight you over that opinion, but you know what? Sure.
And they would win.
Metalcore as well. I also see myself as a metalcore fan. I didn't know there was different like subsects of metalcore. I thought it was just all grouped as metalcore.
No, you can't tell me Ginger and Architects are the same. They're both metalcore. Totally different bands, but they're both metalcore.
Yeah, when it comes to like metalcore, there are so many bands that sound so different, but they are all metalcore. I would say most of the bands I listen to now are metalcore, but they don't sound anything alike.
Yeah,
Right.
metalcore is like probably one of the most encompassing subgenres of metal, in my opinion, and I really like that because there's a lot of freedom to have with it.
Like I had this conversation with one of my friends, and I basically told him at this point, metalcore is just is like the brand or judge like the genre you get if you're not thrash or power or death metal, but you still go hard. You'll go in metalcore.
I would argue metalcore doesn't even have to be hard sometimes.
Like
It depends on who it is.
Yeah, it depends on
The
Yeah.
difference between Born of Osiris and then just Lee McKinney by himself.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Fuck. Those are still two very good artists to listen to.
Because like as of recent, for some fucking reason, I've been listening to a shit ton of As I Lay Dying. Also, I've been listening to a shit ton of Ice Nine Kills, both of which are classed as metalcore. But Ice Nine Kills with some of their songs, I'm like, this is vastly different. I don't know how you got classed as this.
I wouldn't classify Ice Nine Kills as music, but that's my opinion.
They
I
are.
love their
They're
shit.
the Diet Coke of metalcore.
The Diet Coke
Diet
people.
Coke.
Oh man, we catch some heat for that one. I'm sure.
Fucking Mikey with the Dr. Evil reference.
I was actually thinking of that video. I don't know if you've ever seen it. The guy who drinks Diet Coke and brags about it.
Oh, we know a guy
Oh,
like
I
that.
saw
He's
that
our
one.
Oh yeah, we
target
know a
market.
guy that drinks nothing but
Yeah.
Diet Cokes.
Think about that. That's every Ice Nine Kills fan that's like, where's the merch, and is super adamant about it.
Like, well, hold on, what did you say in the last episode? What is the name of that jacket that you have that you were wearing?
My battle jacket?
Yeah, that's it, battle jacket.
Yeah. What
When
about?
I was still working at the strip club, we had this one guy. He came in a handcrafted Ice Nine Kills themed battle jacket.
Okay.
I did not know. I did not know they had been around that damn long. I thought they just got lucky with Silver Scream. But then he tells me, "Oh, I should listen to their cover of Adele." I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" A classed metal band covered Adele, and they didn't turn to stone. How? And I heard the song they covered. What is it? Nevermind, I'll find somebody like you or someone like you.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
don't
I
know
really
if
couldn't
Kills
tell you.
Or Adele.
Not bad. Not bad. Wasn't what I was expecting, but it wasn't terrible, and I'm okay with that. If that makes any sense to anybody. Besides, what other metal band do you know that does like pop and hip hop covers as a whole? And I'm not counting Our Last Night.
Does Ronnie Radke by himself count?
Yeah.
I'll
Um,
accept Roddy Radke because he's a character.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of his name. I think it was Blue Orchestra or something. They were a small band we saw opening at a festival, and they covered Symphony of Destruction. And the lead singer was this lady who had the most powerful voice. They absolutely dominated that cover. I'm a Megadeth diehard, but it was it's killing me to even say this. It was almost better from a no-name band. It was so good. Adrian, do you remember that Aftershock we were kicking it with Thomas? We saw that cover.
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I was just trying to think like what year that was.
That was a ways back.
I want to say 17, maybe 18.
Hold on, just because you brought up a female vocalist, off the top of your head, who's your favorite female vocalist in any band?
Maria Brink.
Maria Brink's good.
That's a tough one.
I-
That is a very tough one.
Yeah.
It is tough only because when I were talking about specifically metal.
Oh, in anything. I'll take anything.
Oh, fuck! You can't do that to me. Come on.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Do we want to shorten it and keep it in just the realm of rock?
Oh, I figure we should.
Yeah, true. Well, I'll say mine then while you guys dwell, but I'd have to go with Angela Gasol from Arch Enemy before she left.
Fair enough.
Fair
Also,
enough.
If it's anything, I was gonna say Billie Holiday.
And I'm not good with people's names at
Same.
all.
good ass answer, Adrian. Holy
Same.
shit.
I don't
Talk
know a
about
lot
culture.
of like rock
me, Billie
star
Holiday.
names. If anything, I was probably gonna say the same thing as DJ.
Oh, Angela.
I was gonna
Dude,
say,
Yeah, Angela.
Why, y'all don't listen to Butcher
Was it?
Babies?
I was actually gonna say. I was actually
No,
gonna
I
ask you
don't know who
the
they
chick
are.
from Butcher Babies.
What? Hold up.
That
Oh,
was actually going to be mine, too. You guys have ever heard
Really?
Butcher Babies?
No.
Mm.
I think you just broke Adrian.
Yeah, I did. But I ain't gonna take it back.
Like this man.
Yo, can we like end this episode right here? Like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, especially between like Brandon and I. Brandon and I have a lot of similar bands and interests. As you three have similar bands and interests. Like, maybe I'm the odd one out, but I didn't even know who the hell Baby Metal was until I met you guys.
That one's a little fair. That one's more.
Though
of a
that
niche
one,
thing.
yeah.
Unless
mean-
you're that weird dude at GameStop, I'm not expecting you to call me out on Butcher Babies.
Yo, shout out to the
on,
brick.
on Baby Metal.
Seriously. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Shout out to that
Yeah,
guy.
I
if you
didn't
ever
know
said
about
Baby Metal or
Baby Metal
Bandmate, I would be
either.
shocked.
Yeah, I didn't know about Baby Metal, and then when I watched a couple of the videos, I'm like, okay, this goes hard, but it's just these three girls just dancing to metal music, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun. And then it shocked me when I think it was you, Mikey. You recommended me a video of them performing with fucking Sabaton.
Oh, yeah. No, dude,
Yeah.
their newest album, they got collabs and inspirations from bands from all over the world. Arch Enemy, Sabaton, a couple of rappers, a few even Latin influences. New album is probably one of the best albums I've heard because it's
Really
so
good.
diverse and it's still baby metal at its core. But man, there's some bangers on there.
I'd love to see a collab of them and Upon a Burning Body.
Same.
I just want to see Upon a Burning Body.
Yo,
Like, damn.
I didn't know who Upon a Burning Body was until I saw the music video of them doing a cover of Turn Down for What with Ice-T.
Fair.
Really
That was a good video.
Let's
Can't
be
discredit that.
honest.
It was recommended to me because I was like, okay, I want to go back and listen to some of the hits that were on the radio, especially the ones that they would play at the bowling alley all the time. And I just on a whim typed in "Turn Down for What," and then the first thing that I see, because my YouTube loves me and knows that I listen to rock music, it says "Turn Down for What," and instead of seeing Lil Jon, it says "Upon a Burning Body" and Ice-T. I know who Ice-T is. I watch his show all the time. So,
Which
Yes,
one?
I know
The
he was-
NCIS one?
no, the Law and Order SVU.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And yes, I know he was a rapper before that. He was a very prominent rapper. He's one of the first rappers to actually start, swearing heavily in his rap songs. He pioneered that. I know who he is. I know he's not just an actor for anybody that's going to flame me in
sure?
the comment section.
We're gonna come back to Ice-T in a minute.
Oh
You're gonna
yeah.
learn some.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Come back to it. We'll come back to it. Put a pin in that. I'm putting it in the chat so I don't forget.
But the entire music video is just him and the lead singer of Upon a Burning Body singing this song in a fucking strip club. I'm like, I identify with this because I work at a strip club and this doesn't happen. This is great. I love this. Who are these guys? And then afterwards, I found, I took to YouTube, just typed in Upon a Burning Body, and the first song that was recommended to me was Texas Blood Money.
Oh, what a
Okay.
good one to get
Oh,
introduced
all right.
Yeah,
I-
that definitely.
Love that fucking song.
Ooh. God, you see any chills, GJ? Oh, I could even speak right.
Especially during the, right before the chorus. I'm sorry, it is the chorus. The everything is bigger in Texas. I wasn't just headbanging, I was jumping up and down in my house. My roommate comes home, sees that I'm hopping up and down for no reason because I have a headset on, so he doesn't hear what I'm hearing. And I'm like, put this on, put this on, put this on. Forgot he's a country music fan. He called it noise. And it,
I had someone say that to me the other day when I was at work. I had to bite my tongue.
it breaks my heart when I hear people say that still to this day. Like, oh, you listen to noise?
Yeah, that's always
say,
just,
you call if you call that music, it's like.
I always have to bite my tongue when someone says that shit, and I'm like, I mean, to each their own, I guess.
Like, bro, you listen to 303. I don't want to hear it.
You listen to 303.
Then I look at him.
Attack him, why don't you?
Just be like,
damn, that got personal.
just damn shut up. You listen to Florida Georgia Line. Get out of my face.
I think the hardest thing that this man has ever listened to, and even though these guys, again, I'm going to date myself, I was listening to back in high school, he thought Broken Side went hard.
I know who that is.
You know, nobody knows who Broken Side is. I am old as fuck.
I mean, it sounds familiar.
They were one of the few. I think they were actually the first band ever to cross screamo, emo, and rap with a lot of autotune into one genre. Now it's called crunkcore.
That explains why I've never heard of them.
Yeah,
Crunkcore.
I can't.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I'm so glad that died.
Very, very quickly too. But that's the hardest thing that he listens to. And every time I've tried to show him anything else, even something as simple as Breaking Benjamin, he's like, I mean, I get it, it's there, but I don't understand. Like,
how do you not like Breaking Benjamin? Like, honestly.
It's the kind of person who thinks salt's spicy.
Oh,
I think mayo's spicy.
Yo.
What? What? Fight me, I don't care.
No, man, I feel you. I agree. That's a great. Went for the throat.
The guy in question I'm talking about, he actually does think salt is too hot.
Oh my god.
No.
Who do you hang out with?
Oh, who do I hang out with?
Apparently,
pussies.
People, the wrong people.
Fucking pussies.
You
Dude,
anger
think
me
of it.
on so many levels.
Think of it this way: when I go to the bar, or not even a bar, if I go to a restaurant, I hang out with the type of people that they'll eat. Like when you go to like Chili's and they put that tray of chips in front of you. These people that I hang out with, they'll eat like 2 or 3 chips and be like, "Oh my god, get these away from me before they're gone."
They're that way.
Oh, they're that. Okay.
All right,
They're that way.
Or they
get
take
away from this topic. No, I'm done. This is angry.
So we got away from the female singers thing like 15 minutes ago.
I still can't get over the
Seriously.
fact that
We went away from
that
female
angers me.
singers and went straight to femboys. Let's go back to the females, please.
Whoa, that was a word.
Anyway,
yeah.
I think
God.
Fraser was on the same page with me with the ladies from Butcher Babies, Heidi Shepard and Carla Harvey.
Yeah, thank you. I never I saw them like live once, and then I just started listening. Oh my god, they are amazing.
Did
Carla
that
Har-
Goliath album?
Oh, you said Carla Harvey?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Her page was actually recommended to me on Instagram.
Of course.
Oh, really?
For a lot
Would you like to get recommended that page, DJ?
Hold on, how did I what?
So would you like to get recommended on that page? Because I don't know if you know this, Butcher Babies was famous for being really risque for a long time.
So was Kitty back in the day.
They weren't that bad.
Not that bad, but still for the time, it was like, oh, damn, okay. And I follow rock stars and I follow like rock music on Instagram, and so all of a sudden it was just like, hey, recommended to you since you follow Maria Brink.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I clicked her page. And I'm
We'll
like,
accept that.
I was like, who the fuck is this? Nice.
Is there anybody else who had some female singers that they had really enjoyed?
I can think of 4 that were all in the same band at one point.
Okay.
Every female vocalist from Make Them Suffer. Shout out to them.
Make Them
Christ.
Suffer goes through band members like shoes. It's kind of ridiculous.
But they're all good.
They're all really good.
If they were good, why did that
It's just one of
do
those
so
bands.
many like lineup changes?
Stuff happens. One girl got groped on stage, so I don't blame her
Oh,
for leaving.
okay, yeah.
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 At that point, you're like, you know what? This job isn't for me. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Especially if you like have the knee-jerk reaction to take a bass guitar over somebody's head. You probably can't work there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not what happened. I'm just saying that would be a personal thing for my circumstance.
Understandable, but yeah.
I think
no,
everyone else
Dan-
would accept that being okay too if that happened.
The whole audience, yeah, he fell. We saw
So
it.
yeah,
we saw
yeah.
it.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
no, them and
But we have video evidence. No, that's from a different concert.
thank you for
Same me.
Anyways, them and Ginger. I am a huge Ginger. I don't know why.
Ninja's pretty good.
I just really enjoy Ginger.
I still have to give them a listen because they pop up on my Facebook feed all the time.
I feel like you're gonna
I think
like
you would
maybe
like them.
half of their song. The other half, not so much.
Yeah, I still need to give them a try. I've heard like maybe 3 of their songs, and at least 2 of them I didn't really care for.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like, especially for you and DJ, you're gonna like not all of them. Because there's a few even for me where I'm like, I don't really know that I like enjoy it, but the other half I just love. I really.
Like that won't stop me from like being a fan of a band because trust me, there's bands that I listen to where like I'll listen to like a few tracks off one album, but I don't want to listen to the rest of it because it's just kind of like it's not my flavor. But these like 2, 3, or 4 that you have, fire.
Mhm.
It's kind of how I am with A Day to Remember. Like though on each album there's like 1 or 2 songs that I do fuck with, and the rest I'm like, yeah, whatever. I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
So, since we got that topic caught up and out of the way, you guys mind if I school DJ about something real quick since he knows who
Oh.
Ice-T is?
All right,
Absolutely.
Yes,
take him to
please,
school.
please
Take him
do.
to school. Let's go.
So, I'm going to ask you right now, because I know Adrian knows the answer to this question.
Yes, sir.
You know how much blood is in the human body, motherfucker. You want to
And do
see
you
it.
want to see it?
Ice-T also has a band side. May or may not have heard of it called Body Count.
I've actually heard of Body Count. I've heard the name.
You've heard the name. You haven't listened to any of the music?
I didn't know what it was.
Listen to it.
One of his friends growing up always wanted to be in a metal band, so they got a couple people they knew together and they just started putting out music. They're super fucking good, man. They have influences from Black Sabbath, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Black
Alright, say
Sabbath,
that again.
Slayer.
Oh man,
Abraham?
that's what their band consists of. Like that's their lineup.
No, they have influences. That's kind of where they got their
Oh.
style from. So they have influences from like Black Sabbath, Slayer, Suicidal Tendencies, and it's just a mix of those styles. They are so good, and they do covers from time to time. You can actually look them up on YouTube. They have massive amounts of views because it might not be the most thrown around name. Get around in their communities. They do covers of Raining in Blood. They do covers of Institutionalized, which is one of the best music
Oh.
videos
Dude,
of all
dude,
time.
such a good cover.
Yeah.
And it really is a good cover,
I'm
that is
not
true.
crazy. I love
Oh.
that fucking song.
Oh, so do I. I love Suicidal Tendencies. But yeah, DJ, you got to check that out because if you thought he did good on the Turn Down for What cover, you're gonna love his personal music. Oh man, does that guy get in it? And, yeah, he's getting old. He's still got it.
And again, I respect like the lengthy career that he's had, like being a very influential hip hop artist back in the day, to his acting career, to now this. I'm actually about to add them to my listen to list on Spotify as we speak, just because
Hell yeah.
I'm curious and I really need to find out.
I think you're gonna love it.
The first thing is Institutionalized 2014.
Yes, sir.
Saw it. I told you.
Yo,
I told you it was there.
you and Brandon really need to give that a listen. It is such a good cover.
I'm gonna give that a listen after this.
Oh, and DJ will love it.
It's
This cover
one of
goes
the
in it.
bands.
Because what?
Sorry.
His wife's in it. No, DJ will love it.
Oh hell yeah!
That is one of the bands I'm desperately trying to see before they call it quits. But with the state of the world
Oh,
these
yeah.
days, only so much you can do. I'm just hoping it comes true someday.
Speaking of like the world opening back up and the risk that we're about to have right now, dude, there's so many tours that have been announced that I cannot wait for. Some of them I've already bought tickets to. Others I'm waiting just to make sure that
It's gonna
I
happen.
can go to it, because
Mhm.
I just saw a couple days ago that Dying Fetus is going on tour.
Oh, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so Dying Fetus is going on tour, Kiss is going on tour, and allegedly this is their last tour ever, because that's the name of the
Yeah.
tour, the last tour ever tour.
Time.
Like, how many bands do you know of that have got this is the last one, and then they come back a year later? Slayer, I'm looking at you.
Slayer, Metallica, Kiss.
Oh yeah, seriously.
There have been so many. At this
Dude.
point, you just don't freaking trust them.
You just don't question it.
Dude,
Ozzy's
Like, yeah,
said
it's their last
farewell,
one
like,
for
15
like 6
times.
months.
dude, I don't think Metallica is ever going to retire just because they love performing on stage.
I respect it, but I'm not buying their tickets. Metallica is so expensive to see.
Oh, dude,
Dude.
just going to Aftershock.
Yeah, they headlined a festival we go to all the time, and the year they headlined, the tickets went up $300.
Pre-orders went up
Yeah.
$300,
Yeah.
That was at the
and
same
they sold out in
price.
2 days.
Yeah, and for everyone who in our audience that doesn't know the average price for a concert, at least to the kinds we go to, they're about $20. So to see
20 to
Metallica
30.
once, you can see 10 different bands. It's not worth it. I personally, as much as I respect Metallica, not worth it to see, in my opinion. I would rather go to 10 shows. I'd much more enjoy probably.
Oh yeah.
I would only say that's okay if this is one of those bands, and I personally have had to do this. If it's one of those bands that's an icon that you've been dying to see and have yet to see, and this is going to be like a once in a lifetime experience, and absolutely, I did that with Judas Priest. But if it's just another band that either A, you don't care about, or B, you've seen them live at least once, it's not worth paying that money. Like with Slayer's last tour they did, a year, actually 2 years ago. It was them, Lamb of God, Testament, and Napalm Death. Pre-sales for Floor were $400. And I was checking these out the day they announced that they were going on tour. That $400. Now, is that a banger lineup? Abso-fucking-lutely. But I've seen Slayer, I've seen Testament, I've seen Lamb of God. Not the biggest fan of Napalm Death. I'm not paying $400 for this. But because they've been around forever, they can charge that, and people will pay it. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
They sold
I'll
out the
stick to my
entire casino
underground
arena.
shows.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm. Yeah, let's go to that biker bar again.
Actually, do you guys want to hear a quick story about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should, because this is a good story.
Yeah, it is.
Spit it.
So a while back, a new venue opened up in the next town over, and I had never heard of it before. It is called the Den of Sin, and it is a biker clubhouse for one of the local clubs. And I knew that going in. I didn't know how. Oh man, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess old school the club is. Oh man, you walk in, there's some intimidating motherfuckers at the front door. These dudes are giant. They're definitely rough and tumble crowd, and they were suspicious of everybody. You thought security getting into the White House was bad. Try going into a clubhouse with a bottle hidden in your back pocket. These guys were shaking people down and getting aggressive. So we emptied out all our pockets, made sure we're good, and they were giving us 20 questions to get in. They're like, all right, hopefully the show's good. It was. The show was Lionheart, First Blood, Spite, These Streets, Left Behind, Smacked Up, and there was one more band I'm drawing a blank on, and I'm gonna feel bad for leaving them out of this, but it was a killer lineup. That show was so intense. The people didn't give a shit. Everyone was rough and loud, and it was aggressive. The staff did not give a flying fuck. There was 2 fights that tried to be started that night. I've never seen a situation diffuse so fast. First guy wound up for a haymaker, and before it was even launched, both feet were swept out from under him, both hands were thrown behind his back, and he was getting launched across the parking lot, probably like 50 feet, just rolling across the concrete. He got manhandled. Second fight, one guy goes to defend himself and they roll him out of the way, and the guy who started throwing blows got KO'd and just very gently placed on the front door where they ushered him out when he woke up. Dude, that show was so wild, and it was crazy being in the clubhouse because you're like, oh, maybe they just swept out a garage. Nah, dude, there's the couches, there's medals, there's all these like plaques from all the guys who passed away in the club all over the walls. It was an experience, and they were serving $2 22-ounce beers. What could go wrong?
Jesus.
Damn, all right.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was so afraid one of the fucking guys who was in the pit or getting a little too drunk was gonna punch one of the club members because they had prospects as staff, and then there was like 4 actual members of the club running the entire building for the night. Man, one of these guys is gonna get punched in the side of the head, and that's what's gonna set it off. This place is a powder keg. But that being said, we stuck around. We made a lot of friends. We hung out with some of the local bands that started the scene because they were just chilling it in the crowd with everybody. It was tense, though. I'm not gonna lie. There was a part of me that was like, "Man, this isn't really my crowd. I'm not used to this shit."
Dude,
My
local shows are where
dumbass
it's
went
at,
back.
though.
I've been like 4 times.
Like local shows are where it's at, though. Like there's one spot to see local shows where I live, and it's literally just like you go through the front door, and it's an underground bar. But you go through you go through this front door, and then there's just a staircase to your left, and it goes down, and it takes you to this basement. It's a basement bar where they have like a stage and everything set up. The bar's on the side. You can't have like too many people in there. I think their max occupancy is 100 people, and they'll just have bands come in and out. It's just like a nice environment to chill, discover new music, and like, hey, this band rocks. I might give them a follow on Facebook, or hey, this band sucks. We're leaving. That's what I enjoy about the local scene.
Dude, it's so nice because you can just go chill and you're not packed into this mega arena where you got to walk around, pay for parking, find your anything, and then if you want to get concessions, God forbid, you're getting gouged dry for that.
Oh yeah,
that
you
clubhouse,
paint out the ass.
that clubhouse we went to was $40 for 3 tickets and beer for all of us. That was it. That was how much it cost.
That's how it
As far as
should be.
$40, as far as $40 going to get you at an arena.
Can I talk? Can I
Parking.
tell a tragic story that I went through?
Go.
Go on.
Okay, so 2 years ago, my friends and I, we bought tickets. We were gonna go to Knotfest, and this lineup, it was supposed to be Behemoth, Gojira. What's their fucking name? We spoke about them on the last one.
Talking about a lot of
Volbeat,
No.
Volbeat, and Slipknot.
No wonder I didn't.
Volbeat
remember.
worms their way into every tour. It's crazy.
That's one thing with Slipknot is for some reason they'll have a band on the lineup that you would never expect to see them there. Like, side note, the first time I saw them when I was in high school, it was them, Trivium, and Coheed and Cambria.
Oh wow.
The lineup.
Damn.
Yeah. And I don't care for Coheed and Cambria, but in this case, we thought the doors opened at 6. No, that's when the concert started. So while my buddy is calling me saying, "Hey, where the hell are you guys? The show is starting." We're like, "Dude, it's okay. The doors are open at 6." And then he just puts his phone up, and I hear the lead singer from Behemoth screaming, and we're like, "Fuck!" We were at that point. Shout out to the title of the last this upcoming one. We were at Denny's eating.
Oh god.
Fuck us up, Dennis.
We were at Denny's eating. We rush over to the venue where we already missed Behemoth's stage set. Gojira's in the middle performing right fucking now. And for the 3 tickets that we got, only 2 of us were able to go through. There was something wrong with my buddy's tickets. With my buddy's ticket, the guy that bought all 3 of them at the same time. And he was on the phone with like Live Nation for the next half hour, 45 minutes. Now Behemoth, not Behemoth. Now Gojira's off stage, and it's Volbeat. He finally manages to get in. Live Nation fucked him up, and we're just like, what the hell happened? Now we didn't go into the show. The other guy that we were with, we were like, we don't see it right in ourselves to go in without him, especially since he bought the tickets. So we'll hang out. That entire time, I'm at the concession stand, like either getting food or getting beer. $20 for a thing of fries, and then $14 for a Bud Light.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, you just made me choke.
Honestly, god damn.
Oh, Bud Light Tall Boy, you say? No,
Okay.
it was just a 12-ounce bottle.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like, I mean, at that point, I had to, like, really weigh my options here. Stay sustained and live. Merch. Which one?
There's always merch.
I went with food. I was starving. I didn't get to eat my Denny's, and I still had to pay for it.
Dude, I'm such a fanboy. I always have money for merch.
Real quick to finish this story out. The reason why I say it was Live Nation's fault. They even admitted it. So they did sell us 3 tickets. It was supposed to be 3 Not Fest tickets. Nah, they only sold him 2, and then something happened with the processing to where they sold him a corn ticket show. That corn show happened the day before.
The
Probably because Corn didn't have enough numbers.
Narcissistic cannibal, you tool.
That's another story for another day.
So we go there and we finish out Volbeat. I don't care for Volbeat. Good for you. But the Slipknot show itself was so fucking insane. Granted, for some reason, Corey Taylor's mask from where we were standing, it looked like he just like cut in half a milk jug, cut out eye holes, and he put that on his face. That was it.
I have no words.
Yeah.
Such a weird description.
Best I could give. It looked weird, but then again, maybe it's because I wasn't close enough to see details. Because we were actually in the seats. We couldn't get a GA floor. Those sold out in minutes.
Yeah.
As they do.
Yeah.
Like Brandon, when you go see Slipknot, are you going to be in a seat or are you going to be in floor?
I believe I got seats. Those are the
Ooh.
cheapest. Those are the cheapest. Because everything else was really
guy.
expensive.
This
Mosh
guy.
pits for old Brando.
Yep.
It's fine though. I feel like Brandon's first show, he's got to be moshing with us.
Yeah.
I'll hold your beer.
Bruh, he would just see me running around shoulder checking whoever's standing in front of me.
Yeah, I'd be
I'd shoulder
afraid
check you,
DJ
but it'd
would
probably only
actually
get you in
kill
the
me.
stomach.
Dude, DJ would be hitting me mad in the tent.
That's the thing. It's like I don't swing. I don't swing unless
No,
I'm
they're just
swung
short.
on.
DJ, I'm just short.
Either way, I'm not one of those
Just
types of dudes. Either way, I'm not one of those types of dudes that wants to like punch in a mosh pit because like it's a mosh pit. We're supposed to shove each other. Now, if it turns into slam dancing,
That's
like,
different.
if it turns into slam dancing, I can hang. I can hang, and I have like a 15-foot.
Hey, your aerodactyl wingspan?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I can hang if need be, but I don't like to. Like I do not care for it. The first time I had that happen was at fucking Bleeding Through and Bullet for My Valentine. I didn't understand what was happening. Oh yeah, it was such a weird fucking show. It was
Yeah.
it was Cancer Bats, Bleeding Through, Death Clock, and then Bullet.
What?
Still need to see Death Clock. I don't mean to cut you off there, but that band is on my fucking list.
Yeah, but like, I'm sorry. I just can't wrap my head around the. Fuck.
Yeah, it was the very first tour that Bullet for My Valentine was going to be headlining. Like it was their very first tour, and
What
I
a waste
remember.
of talent.
Yikes.
Dude, it was painful sitting through Cancer Bats. Like, I respect you guys are still around, but it was just
No,
awful.
I
Yeah,
expect them to be
I'm
touring
not with him.
Bullet, but Death
I don't
Clock?
know. He's just on the podcast. I had to
I'm-
defend myself from one of our friends who would have swung at me for
Yeah,
that
Death Clock.
insult
And then I
DJ.
saw Death Clock again with Dragon Force and Chimera.
Oh my
for-
god, I want to go to that show. Why didn't you call
That
me?
makes way more sense.
Hold on. What, so somebody wants to swing on me for Cancer Bats?
No, Mikey was defending
Frazier-
himself.
What?
Yeah. Fraser, you remember Ed, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Trying
bad,
to
I
avoid
feel
that
bad
ass whooping.
now. I'm not-
Oh, yeah, because of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he definitely he would search you out in the pit.
Hey, you!
Hey, you with the
I'm
shirt.
avoiding That one.
I'm sorry. I just like irrespective of Bullet for My Valentine. I don't think they're bad. I think they're okay actually. I would not want to go to that. I would go to that tour just to see Death Clock and leave. Like honestly.
Say this, I like old Bullet, like up to the Scream Aim and Fire album. Everything afterwards,
Okay.
I
Okay.
do not care about.
You know, that's fair.
That's when they were still focused on, making hard music to where they were considered thrash and power metal at the same time. And then all of a sudden, Matt Tuck was just like, "I'm so handsome. The world needs to see that I'm handsome. Let me change my entire appearance." have all the cameras focus on me.
I don't know nothing about that, so.
Yeah, dude. If you were to look at Matt Tuck from 2006 and Matt Tuck now, you'd be like, oh, you're one of them. Got it.
Hey DJ,
Yes.
I gotta ask, have you seen Guar live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
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 All right. I don't
Okay.
want to cut away from too much, but Frazier, like, back me up here, motherfucking
Oh,
experience, right?
dude, like seeing those guys at Ace of Spades in Sacramento, tiny little venue.
Yeah, that
Oh my
was-
god.
I wish
They
I
were
could've
like,
gone to that.
I
That
remember
was-
the two. Yeah, sorry. I remember the two old metalheads that got there super early to see Guar. Got up to the front railing. They didn't want to mosh or nothing, but they put their hands over the railing and locked themselves into place. There were like big ass guys trying to move them out of the way to get to the front, and these guys just shrugged them off, like throwing them just by shrugging. These guys were
Looked like
not
Turtle
gonna
Kingdom.
like move. Yeah.
I look like Turtle Kingdom. Yo, shout out Turtle
Did.
Kingdom.
Again, I'm sorry for spamming your chat.
No, you're not.
He's
He
cool
probably
with it.
loves it.
Back to
Oh.
where we're at, man. Guar.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's up, DJ?
I was gonna say just to touch upon it because it's still relevant to Guar. I had one opportunity to see them live. My buddy got tickets, and he wanted to take me. And then the night before, he calls me and he tells me, "Sorry, bro. I hate to break it to you, but I actually cannot take you." Like, why?
What?
What happened? What happened? My girlfriend actually really wants to go. She wants to go see Guar. She listens to synthwave. What do you mean she wants to go see
Okay,
Guar?
hold on. What's wrong?
I
with
listen to
Yeah, wait,
synthwave.
what's going on
Yeah.
here?
Whoa,
What's wrong
whoa.
Whoa, hold on. What's wrong
Oh.
with Synthwave, DJ?
Nothing against it. It's just the only time when we're talking about music, she brings up she brings up synthwave and some band called Orgy. That's it.
Okay, now I'm out.
Now
I
I'm
have
drawing a
no idea
blank
what the
here.
second band. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an act. You can YouTube them. They're a band called Orgy.
Yeah,
And-
I
Google
refuse to have
I
orgy
dare
in my
you.
browser history.
Yeah, Google it. I dare you.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
that's why I
want to
said-
do it.
That's why I said YouTube Orgy. Don't Google anything.
I don't think that's
No,
any
Google it.
better.
Be a man. Be a man.
It's probably worse because they're just gonna give you like the hey, you watch this. How about this?
You're gonna catch that like 2005 section of YouTube where it was just porn.
Yeah, so there legit is a band called Orgy, and that's all she would talk about when him and I would be talking about rock music. And that's the equivalent of like if we're talking about video games and somebody says, "Oh yeah, I play video games too." "Oh, what do you play?" "Oh, I play Zelda." "Okay, what else?" "Zelda." That's her. Anytime we say like, "Okay, so who do you listen to?" all she says is Orgy. That's it. I finally looked them up. I don't care for their stuff. Respect. They've been around for a hot minute, but I don't care for them. And so when he calls me telling me I'm not taking you, a metalhead, to see Guar for your first time, I'm taking my girlfriend who listens to not metal, I'm taking her to see Guar, I was like, this is betrayal, right? Like I can actually kick his ass and it's justified, right? I can do that.
All out.
Catch him in the next pit.
And then I find out the day of the concert, he calls me, and I was just like, "Hey, so how's the show?" "Oh, we ended up leaving." "Why?" She didn't like Guar's costumes, and so she wanted to leave.
Costumes. Costumes. That
So my-
is what made them leave.
So my immediate response, she didn't even hear the music. She saw the band get on stage, saw what they looked like, and she said, "I don't like that look. Let's go." And because, he still wants to get laid, he left. And I immediately was like, this wouldn't have happened if you took me. Just saying.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have slept with them.
Who says
That's a
that?
long pause.
Yeah,
DJ, say
I don't know
something.
what
Such a long pause.
Like, he took me to see Guar. I owe him something. Damn.
Getting the traveling home.
Trust me, bro.
Anyways, my whole
yes.
thing of bringing up Guar was
Yeah.
there are some bands out there who are truly like good, talented musicians, and they don't need anything else. And there are some bands who do that and put on the wildest fucking live show. And I've seen them twice now. I think you have too, Frazier.
Yeah, we saw him at Ace of Spades, which I mentioned earlier, and then we saw him at Aftershock. And I wanted to say like how we like when we got there, they were on one of the smaller stages, and there were a bunch of like moms bringing their kids. Cause, like, oh, they got costumes and stuff like that. There were a bunch of girls with like like really fancy clothing and stuff like that, not realizing that Gwar shoots like fake blood out into the audience.
Oh yeah.
So as soon as they start doing that, you hear this.
It was great.
Dude, oh yeah, you hear screaming immediately as soon as they start squirting. Like they start. I think they had the Pope come up on the stage and they beheaded him, and then he just starts squirting out blood. You hear screaming from the audience. The girls running back, clutching like their purses and all their fancy clothes and whatnot. You see all the metalheads.
Brand new Gucci bags. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. No, this. It was funny because you could see all the metalheads in the back waiting for that to happen. So all the people that were in the front, all the people with the Gucci bags and shit that were up in the front, leave so we could all get there and experience the show.
Dude, you never wear designer anything to a fucking show. The only required thing is clothes that you don't mind, either A, getting dirty, ripped, beer spilt on, or blood and sweat that might belong to you or somebody else.
I still have the white T-shirt I wore when we saw Gwar at Ace of Spades, and it's still covered in the fake blood and shit.
And I wore that to 2 different shows.
I refuse to wash that to keep it like
I did.
Keep everything on there. Yeah,
the shit ain't coming out like I.
Well, here's a good one for you boys. Most iconic show that you've been to, like the pit was insane. The theatrics, the actual performance of the band themselves. Who stands out to you the most? That you like where you had the most fun.
Other than Gwar?
I would say mine wouldn't be Gwar. Mine would actually be the first concert you guys took me to, which Asking Alexandria was the headliner, but we didn't stay for them. We only
Why would you?
we saw. Oh God, what was it? Rings of Saturn.
Bad Omens. After the Burial.
Yo.
After the Burial, Upon a Burning Body, Born of Osiris, and Icy Stars.
Okay, thank you. That was that was hands down like my first experience in that. Loved it and was looking forward to doing it again and again and again and again.
I think for me,
Go
Mikey,
for
go
it,
ahead.
DJ. Two polite people in the doorway. Who's going first?
I mean, mine's gonna be a split between two because one's theatrics and one's pit.
Go for it. Do you?
Theatrics, every single fucking Rob Zombie show I have ever been to. This man goes over the top every time. From his performance to the animatronics that he has set up. At one point, he had this staircase, like a setting staircase, that looked over the crowd. He walked to the top of it, and then it rotated while he was singing. And then one of the funniest part of one of these particular performances, he was playing with Korn, and in this moment, he noticed some guy in the seating area was looking down texting, and he was singing Living Dead Girl. He walks off stage, walks up the stairwell, sits next to the guy that's looking down at his phone, continues to sing Living Dead Girl. The guy had no idea that one of the most iconic rock stars was sitting next to him, 3 inches away. None. Stands back up, walks back onto stage, finishes the song, and then proceeds to cuss us out for 5 minutes about how he wants it to be an old school 80s rock show. Stop looking at your phone. Let's live in the moment. So we were all laughing at that guy. I'm pretty sure that guy got his ass kicked in the parking lot because he upset Daddy.
Oh, he definitely did.
Okay. Understandable though.
But that was just the way this man, especially at his age, the fact that he still has that amount of energy in him during a stage performance is unfucking heard of, and I love and I respect it. Now, on the other side, for when it comes to actual like crowd interactions and the mosh pit, I would have to say it would be my second Warped Tour when I was I went there to go see Job for a Cowboy. I don't know if anybody else knows who Job for a Cowboy is.
Nope.
No, not one bit.
I definitely recommend you listen to Job for a Cowboy. This man's pig squeal is unheard of.
Sounds like R2D2 or a pterodactyl.
But it wasn't just like...
now I know what it sounds like. Not a fan.
No, but it wasn't like it was just the way the pit was happening. Like it seemed like there was a pit every song, but our pit was massive. It seemed like the entire crowd was involved in it. So it was constant movement. I've never been in a and that was actually my first time experiencing a wall of death.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, how was that feeling?
Luckily, I wasn't standing in front.
Lucky is the word. Yeah.
No. I don't like that. Not a good answer.
Well, for my first time, I don't know what's happening. All I know is
I
we're
was gonna
like
say, you really gonna
there's a
try
bunch
to
of people.
give the guy with anxiety a heart attack on his first round of death, Mikey? Come on.
Like I had no clue what was happening. All I know is apparently we were like there's a bunch of people on one side and we're on the other side, and then there's the lunatics that are standing in the middle, just going, "Bring it on!" And I'm like, "What the fuck is about to happen?" Apparently, when he quote unquote released us, I get violently shoved in the spine, and that told me, "Okay, I need to run." And as soon as I see, I piece it together. Like we're about to collide in the middle. This isn't safe. Ow!
Ladies and gentlemen, battlefield awareness.
I was 15.
This isn't safe.
I'm in danger.
Legit.
I was 15. I didn't know any better. I'm 30 now, and so now as soon as they like make it bigger, part the ways. Oh, dude, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. I think the last good wall of death I was a part of was when Lamb of God performs Black Label.
Dude, oh my god, that's some murderous wall of deaths.
I've seen the videos. Of course, I haven't experienced them, but I have seen some shit.
We'll get you in one. Don't you worry about that.
If for some reason, if when you go to Slipknot, if they do perform a wall of death, pay attention to who's on the ground when the embrace ends. It's the people in front. It hurts a lot.
Don't we? Who is this man? Who are you?
Yo, this is the weirdest DJ we've ever met. This is
seriously.
Oh no, I love it every single time. It's just especially when you never know what's going to happen when you're running forward. Like okay.
You've been hit by a car and complain less.
Cars.
Cars.
It doesn't help your situation.
I think the one thing he has gotten hit by is a semi.
And that almost happened twice.
That's the Isekai episode.
Shotgun coming out, yeah.
But it's like with my experience with Wall of Death, I never know what's going to happen on the oncoming. I already know what's going to happen behind me. They're going to push into me. And during, and I know he's going to sigh heavily, during Attila, when we were running towards each other during the song Pizza, right before the connect, one guy jumps up and drop kicks me in the chest.
Yo, that guy was ready.
It's an Attila fan for you.
Yeah, you're being an Attila fan.
I was not prepared to accept a drop kick. I was prepared to accept a shoulder, a headbutt, a flying fist coming straight from the basement. I was not expecting a drop kick. And I finally, for the first time in God knows how long, I fell to the ground. The last time I fell to the ground in a mosh pit was during the Avenged Sevenfold show that I told you guys about in the last episode.
Oh, fair.
That was the last time I fell down in a mosh pit, and then all of a sudden I get drop kicked. The wind that I thought I owned leaves my body, and I'm laying there, but metalheads, we are some of the most respectful people. We respect the pit rules. We respect the people in the pit. I got picked up immediately, and somebody moved me to the side until I could regain myself.
Oh, yeah.
It's like this man been through it. He took both feet at top speed.
This man took 2 Yeezys to the titties. We need to move him.
Fuck it.
Any crazy pit stories for you boys?
We were doing the shows, DJ, before you got sidetracked again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fuck me. Okay, so we'll finish with the show. Sorry.
So we did Frasier, correct?
Yeah. It was the
we
first
did
one, which
DJ. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Taking track in my head, man. We were about to go down a bumpy dirt road before we started to correct back to where we were.
That's why I need to go last.
Yeah, we'll work on it. It's a mobile formula. But let's jump right into Adrian.
I don't have any exciting stories. I'm made out of Nixie tubes, dude. If I get rocked too hard, I'll die.
Fair enough.
Was that a pass?
Oh, I mean, I did see one dude drop acid at Cyrus. That was insane.
I feel like that's a very bad show to do that at. That is sensory
What, at Born of
overload.
Osiris?
Yeah, I thought that was a questionable choice.
Bold strategy, Cotton. He will not be able to breathe.
He will not be able to function. The amount, like you guys said, the amount of sensory Osiris show, especially in a bar that was made to hold like maybe 40 people and had about 200 in it.
Really nut to butt.
I'm not surprised that I didn't see that man again for the rest of the show.
Yeah, he's probably dying behind the dumpster.
I mean, I guess it's not a pit story, but after that show though, once I was able to squeeze my way out of the mosh pit, because I was just kind of going through it. Because like I said, I can't pick a fight with anybody. I will die. I did see AJ from Fire from the smoking by the bathrooms. Said hi to him. That was fun.
That is pretty cool.
Keep in mind, the bathrooms are literally like 10 feet away from the bar. They didn't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's an ace.
Ace
They
does
didn't care.
not give a damn.
No.
Brandon, I know you haven't been to any shows yet, but is there something about the experience that you're looking forward to?
Maybe getting punched in the face. I don't know.
You strike me as the kind of guy who needs to cut loose. Like you don't seem like you do it enough.
Trust me, I don't.
It's all that lead from the G Fuel that's keeping you tensed up.
You're surrounded by corn.
In the
Bro.
worst kind of way.
No, seriously, being out here sucks. I need to let loose.
Dude, circle pit a cornfield and turn it into a crop circle. Fuck yeah. Aliens, and they mosh.
Now that
And if
was
things pick up and
yes.
the world starts getting back to normal, we will make it happen. We will take you to some experiences of shows.
I'll even go. I don't like going outside anymore, but man, I would be happy to for his first time.
See, we're gonna make it happen, and with the weird transition, I know this is gonna be a choppy one. With the shows I like to go to, the shows DJ likes to go to, with the shows Adrian likes to go to.
I like
No,
to go to weird.
Frazier, you're a wild card. We're keeping an eye on your ass.
Yeah.
We will find something in a good medium because I'm gonna list my two shows right now. They're two different my shows because I do have a split like DJ because there's two different styles that I very much enjoying. Old school, sitting down, big arena, lights, theatrics, all the bells and whistles. Cannot beat Iron Motherfucking Maiden. Those guys go so hard.
Oh
Their
my
set
God.
pieces are
So
state of the art.
I've
They
only
open the
heard
show with a
legends.
1-to-1 Mustang fighter jet above the stage, shooting fire and shit out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, so much fun.
Oh, dude! And then our uncle took this to this concert, and it was us, him, our dad, or us being me and Sejan, of course.
Hello.
That was one of the most amazing shows visually, and just the sound. They're as old as they are. Iron Maiden still got it. Those guys can absolutely tear it up. They're kings.
100%.
You know, it's
But
cool
I
as that
very
was.
much love that kind of
Yeah,
show.
we never quite
I
agree.
very much have fun with it. I can respect doing stuff like that. But on the other end of the spectrum, DJ's gonna like this lineup: Anthrax, Testament, Behemoth, Lamb of God,
Oh.
Slayer, Farewell Tour.
Yep.
Oh my
Yup.
God!
If that
It was a
even
soccer
possible,
field.
Tickets for, dude. Like, I'm amazed you got them.
Hey. Sorry, Midge, I didn't catch you. What?
I'm just amazed you got tickets for that show.
I know people, man. That was one of the third or
I
fourth
know,
shows
that's
where
crazy to me.
I didn't
still.
plan on going. Last minute, somebody called me and say, "Hey, I know it's tomorrow, but can you be there?" I'm like, "Fuck yes, I can. Let's go."
Dude,
No.
especially. Oh, go ahead, continue.
All right, you want to talk about an experience, man? Those crowds bring the heaviest of the heavy out. There were people, no shit, drinking bootleg moonshine in the porta potties outside of the venue. There was people tailgating there all day waiting to get in. It was a wild, gnarly crowd, and it was a full soccer field, like a competitive soccer field, with the stands top to bottom full. The full field was full. And Slayer and Lamb of God took that stage. there was nobody in those stands. It was everybody on the field, everybody in a pit, and they put a big steel divider, so they broke up the crowd a little bit.
Separate the
Circle
peasants.
pit. Well, the circle pit still took up the entire field around the divider. So think about that. People were moshing in a circle pit the full length of a soccer field twice to complete one revolution.
Oh, real quick, just so Brandon knows in advance, just because when you brought up tailgating, Brandon, if you go to a show that's at like a big venue, don't bank on leaving for at least an hour.
There for 2.5 hours.
Honestly.
Yeah,
don't be like, I'm gonna do this show and be home by midnight and it's gonna chill. No, you're gonna be there.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there until 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, show ends at like 9 o'clock. You're not getting out of the parking lot until at least at the earliest 10:30.
You leave the venue at midnight. You leave the parking at 2:30.
Like, dude, legit, I've seen people get into like fist fights and like body slam each other onto other people's vehicles because like somebody cut in front of somebody or tried to, and then they nicked somebody else's car, and now person A is pissed off, and now person B hops out of his car because his car was hit, and now there's a parking lot brawl going while people are still behind doing nothing to help the situation, just honking, trying to move the line along.
Yep.
It's worse than gridlock traffic.
And verified.
And if we're talking about that real quick, Mike, you remember when we were leaving Aftershock and this chick was trying to back up and her boyfriend got out of the car just to smoke as he was throwing such a tantrum?
Yeah, okay, so for a quick context, the only way out of Warped Tour in our area was through the back road of a golf course that was used for service lanes. It was 8 feet wide, and it was a dirt road with hella dips and ditches in it. One way in, one way out. That was fucked.
I was talking about the Aftershock.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that
happened at
you're
Warped Tour,
good.
too.
No, we go to so many of these,
year
and they just start
Aftershock?
blending together. But yeah, so we're all getting ready to leave. We're just sitting in my car because we took mine and just chilling because we know, like, again, we know we're gonna be here for a minute. We'll go when we get a chance, and a lot of people will usually like, yeah, you can go now that you've been waiting. No, there's actually like a really kind of like nicety to getting out. But this chick was not having it. She was trying to back up. I have the car that I had at the time had a dash cam in it, so I grabbed it, turned it towards where she was backing up, because if she like did not want to wait for anybody, she just wanted to go, and damn near backed up into like 2 different people. It's just yeah, when you're in a parking lot situation, you just gotta be patient. You gotta wait.
And boys, I'm getting a little bit of a notice here. We're going to be running up on time, so we did have one more segment we wanted to wrap up on. I know everybody's having fun because I don't know if you noticed this. We're almost out of time, guys. It's,
shit.
Yeah, we're a little.
Yeah, right.
Really quickly,
like, damn.
out there. You know what show we're taking Brandon to, and this is so easy. We're taking Brandon to A Never. That's
Oh
what we
yeah,
gotta do.
For sure.
Actually,
good.
That's the true experience. An
I'd love
underground
nothing
band,
more.
like his age, in a bar that they're barely allowed in. Like, let's go, dude.
Honestly. And that's a good transition in. As I don't know if the audience remembers the last time we did a quick shout out to some bands we felt were kind of underrated. We're going to do it again. Maybe with the same group, maybe with a little different group. Depends on who's feeling what. But any volunteers? Or if not, I'll start us off.
I'll go.
DJ.
Since I was the only one, job for a fucking cowboy.
All right, next person.
I feel like they're pretty well known, though. It's fine. I get
Yeah.
it. But if you want to shout them out, go for it. That's all you.
The fact that I was the only one of a core group of metalheads that knew who the hell they were, I think I need to say them just in case.
Yeah, we're aware. We just don't want to remember.
I'm not a fan.
Oh,
I
I
don't
personally
get it.
didn't know who they were.
Yeah, same. But I guess mine would more long be. I know we all, or at least me, Mike, and Adrian knew about. Would be Butcher Babies. Yeah, they are a little older and they're more well known in the older, like on the older side. But for like some of the newer people that are trying to get into this, they're really good too.
Anyways, Brandon.
I would say that I want to shout out Annie's Okay. They're, I guess, new-ish metalcore band. They've been around for a while. They've only recently, in like the last, I'd say 2-3 years, they actually been getting more traction, and they're actually getting huge numbers and huge venues and all that. but I've been listening to them for years, and I've always will recommend them to anyone that is into the metalcore, I guess, genre.
I think you showed me one song.
It's good, yeah.
You showed me like one song by them, and I thought they were pretty all right.
All right.
Yeah, that was the other day when we were on Discord.
Yes.
No, I'm talking beforehand.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
It does sound like something Brandon did. You might be onto something.
It was a while ago. Brandon and I have known each other for a very long fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
True.
No, you did it on one of our other Discord nights. Because I remember you showed them to me as well.
Yeah, we were all there for that, but I think DJ means before the time.
This is when Brandon and I were still playing on Xbox 360.
Shit.
You just
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
it might have been the same song I shared the other night. Not gonna lie.
Might have been.
It's a good song.
Good song.
It is one of my favorites.
But,
Yeah.
I think you're onto something with that. Those guys
For
are pretty
context,
damn
if
good.
anyone is interested, it is called Monster Crazy by Annie's Okay. I'd highly recommend that song.
Annie is okay is one word, by the way.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, DJ
It is
did
one
give
word.
us a song for Job for a Cowboy.
I mean, you guys. Hold on. Okay, give me a fucking second.
What you doing? What you doing that? Siegeland.
Oh, Mikey, you know what mine's gonna. You probably
Is yours?
because I listen so goddamn much. It's Negro Terror, Voice of Memphis. How can
Okay,
you go
these guys are
wrong?
pretty damn good.
Yo, so good, but no one knows about them. I haven't talked to a single person that knows who they are. That might be because we're on the West Coast, but I don't know. I love them.
I feel like if they came out a few years in like the early 2000s, they would have been top of the charts because they just have a very old school style.
In my heart, they're still top.
All right, DJ, did you find what you're looking for?
They're not metal. They're just a hard rock band.
What?
I'm so
DJ,
confused.
first
Are
song.
you okay? Just a song, bud.
Yeah, he asked you for a song
Oh, a song or a band?
from
Oh,
Jump for
a song from Job for a Cowboy.
Oh no, I was gonna change my entire band since I got such
no.
bad flack for
Oh.
Job for
You
a
don't have to
Cowboy.
meet our approval.
What
This is
happened
what you
to you?
want to shout out, my guy.
Yeah, even
Because
if
I
your
was-
shout-out's wrong.
I
you
was
still
just about
have
to.
it.
I was just about to fucking change my whole band because I'm like, okay, apparently Job for a Cowboy is a fucking miss. I need to think of somebody else.
What's this?
That's
How
fine.
did
You
they
ain't gonna
choose
be
that?
cool.
No.
Just do you.
Because at that point, I would be like the entombment of a machine.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Hold on, I really do want to point out, Fraser, you said that you wanted to shout out Brutal or like Butcher Baby?
Yeah, Butcher Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you have a song in mind?
Not off the top of my head.
I was gonna say, do you
I
need
just-
help with that? 'Cause I
No.
know that your titles are kind of annoying to remember sometimes.
Yeah.
Magnolia Boulevard.
Magnolia Boulevard is the first one they played on that set you listened to.
Okay, because that one that
Remember
was
me and Mikey
crazy.
looked at each other and we were like, "Wow, I did not think."
They would open with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty hard to go right out the gates. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey.
Oh no, it's come to me. Unfortunately, this one is a little bit of a bigger band. I just gotta give them credit where credit's due because I don't know if you guys have ever heard the name Lionheart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Figured as much. Lionheart's pretty well established. They're a good band. They're cool. I just gotta give them respect, man. I've seen them twice now, and since they're very local from where we are, they're just small town story, man. These guys got some serious talent. They've played all over the place. Their music, I don't know what it is, gets me absolutely pumped. Depending on what end of the hardcore spectrum you might like some of their songs, you might not. I had to say one to try to get into them would be I like Hail Mary. I think it's a good one. I think it fits the
I knew you were
hardcore
gonna say
scene
that.
super well. And if you ever wanted to hear that song that made you wake up and say "fuck you" to the day, that's the one.
That's
Oh,
all
yeah.
I know.
Any closing notes from any of the boys?
You got
I
none
got
from
nothing.
me.
All right, man.
Yeah,
We'll
got
look up
nothing
some
for
more.
me.
Fucking dream metal. I know it's not a real genre, but
See, that's why I asked because Siegelin had some weird shit to say, like he usually does.
I always got some weird shit to say. Yo, this has me say something.
Say something.
All right, yo, fucking Covet. Entire. I know they're not underrated. Fucking more. Math rock in general needs to be more. Fucking.
I disagree.
See, I know he wouldn't like that. Math Rock. Look it up.
Anyways.
Be a fan.
Anyways, I think we're done now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us. This has been the NoSkill Podcast. These have been my extraordinary and questionable host, Siegeland. You already knew. Brandon.
Yep. Yep.
Frazier.
So,
DJ.
Bye.
There we go. That's better. I like that. We have done our best to pull this shit show together. We don't expect everybody to be perfect, but try your best. Live your life to the fullest, and we will catch you next time.
And tip your bartender.